Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thanks for joining us on a Monday night. My special guest tonight, he has been in the music business for over 50 years. He's got a fabulous nightclub down in Kentucky, and he's been inducted into the Northern Kentucky Legends Hall of Fame in 2013. And this year, he is up for 2 Josie Awards for Entertainer of the Year and Traditional Country Music Male Vocalist of the Year as well. And, man, he's got some fabulous music. He's got an album out called Go Down Swingin, and he's here with me tonight to talk about his career. We're going to play some of his great music for you. It's a pleasure to welcome Bobby Mackey to My Kind of Country. Bobby, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, and good to be on with you tonight.
Well, I really appreciate it, and I'll tell you what, I have really enjoyed your album. I've listened to it several times, and I've already played some of your stuff on my shows, and it's definitely my kind of country.
Well, thank you. Great to hear that, and you know, I've been, like you said there, I've been in the business a long time. Been in that nightclub in Wilder, just across the river from Cincinnati. I've been there 42 years.
Wow.
And looking forward to having our grand reopening here soon. I've been recording things through the years, and I guess social media has opened up so good that music has a better way of traveling now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, and it gets all over the world. You know, we broadcast out of Michigan, but we're heard all over the world, so you never know who's listening, you know?
That's true.
Good, bad, or indifferent, I guess. Well, before we talk about your career, tell me a little more about your nightclub. It's got a very, very interesting history.
Well, it does, and it's an old gambling casino. It was popular back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, and it had been closed for years, and I got it back in 1978. I was either going to move to Nashville or get my own place. I played clubs around Cincinnati. I always had a crowd, and I was either going to move to Nashville or get my own place, and I chose to get my own place because I had some security around there, because every time I'd go from one nightclub to the other, the people would follow me. So, and it held true. They did when we got the club open, but it wasn't long after I got in there. Well, actually, still trying to get it open. There was a kid up the street had lived there all his life, and it was the closest house to this building. And he saw us down there, working on the place and, making plans to open, and he come down and asked if we needed any help. And his name was Carl Lawson, and he asked if we needed any help. He said, I know all about this place. If you need any help or anything, anything you need to know about this building, I know. So we actually did hire him, and we had him doing some painting and cleaning and stuff. And it wasn't long till he started insinuating things to me, saying, he said, you wouldn't believe what goes on around this place. And I said, and I didn't pay much attention. My mind was completely set on just getting the club open and making it work.
Sure.
And he says, you wouldn't believe the things that go on around here. And finally, I said, what are you talking about? And he looked at me funny, and I said, if you're talking about some kind of haunted stuff or paranormal stuff, I don't want to hear it, and I don't want you telling nobody else about it. I didn't want anybody to know anything like that. I wanted to make a great country music place, dancing country music place out of it. I didn't want to run people off before I got the doors open.
Yeah.
So sure enough, he didn't say anything, but he would insinuate things from time to time, and my late wife at this point was there, working and taking care of things, and he did get her ear about it, and she claimed that she experienced things, and I didn't pay attention to it. I still don't, and I've found out though that more people do believe in it than don't. And if there is such a thing anywhere, and I'm not saying there is, but if there is, it's probably right there. I don't know.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Then we'll put Bobby's website. It's bobbymackey.com, and his club is called Bobby Mackey's Music World down in Wilder, Kentucky, and you can read more about that. It's got a lot of fascinating history, but a lot of great people have also played there through the years too, right?
Oh yeah. and by the way, our Facebook is pretty strong. Look us up on Facebook. We got a lot of followers. But yeah, we've had George Jones there back in, I think it was 1980, and Merle Haggard in '82. Lots of other famous singers along the way here and there. Anymore, we don't book the big acts. They kind of got out of range, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's two of the biggest names right there. Two of my very favorites, and I know you're fans of both because you've written songs about both, tribute songs to both of them, and we're going to play some of those tonight for you too. And one of those songs we were talking about before we went on the air, it's called Merle Haggard Blues, and you got a pretty famous steel player on this song with you.
Yeah, Norm Hamlet played steel with Merle his entire career, and I did this song, and we got it recorded and had it together. And somebody said, "Boy, it'd be great if we could get Norman Hamlet to play steel on this." And sure enough, we did. I was thrilled to death. I didn't think there'd be a chance of it, really, but we were able to do it. We sent the thumb drive out to Bakersfield, California, and to a studio, and we had it set up with Norm to wait to hear from him. When he got it in, he called Norm, and he went over and played steel on it. It was quite a thrill. And I'll tell you another thrill I had. You probably haven't heard this, but I did a bluegrass CD about 15 years ago, and Rhonda Vincent came in the studio and sang with me on it, and that was quite a thrill because she's my favorite female singer.
Oh, she's fabulous. She was on my show just a few weeks ago, as a matter of fact, and
really,
she's a fabulous bluegrass singer and a good country singer too. Man, she can do it all.
Yeah, I need to send you a bluegrass CD.
Yeah, please do. We'll play it. By gosh, that'll be great. And folks, I want to tell you again, please go to BobbyMackey.com. Bobby's albums are available there, including this album, I'll Go Down Swingin', which we're going to play tracks for you tonight. And his music is also available on Amazon and iTunes. He's on YouTube, and as he mentioned, a Facebook page. And we'll put those links on our Facebook page. And you wrote another song about George Jones, too. It was on your Country Music Lives On album. It was called That Jones Boy Is Gone. And I want to ask you, who sang the harmony on that with you?
But it was Danny Bailey, if it wasn't me. But I believe it was Danny Bailey.
Well, man, I got to tell you, when I first heard it, I swore it was George Jones. I thought, how could that be?
Well, I'll tell you about the song. I wrote the song before George passed away, and I wrote it as when that Jones boy is gone.
Okay.
He was still living, and after he passed away, I changed the words a little bit. Now that Jones boy is gone.
Wow. Well, there must have been a divine hand on it, because I tell you, I really had to listen very carefully, because I could have swore that was Jones singing with you on that thing.
I recorded down in Columbia, Kentucky, a state-of-the-art studio down there. Danny Bailey and I had worked together in the studio for a lot of years. He and I had a studio together, a small studio together in Nashville 25 years ago or so. And I'd go down there and spend a lot of time. We did a lot of recording and stuff. He was from Columbia, Kentucky, and he finally moved back up there and got away from the Nashville scene. And he hooked up with a lawyer friend down there, and they built a state-of-the-art studio. And he called me and said, I got a great studio. You got to come down and check it out. So I did. And he and I have been producing my music together for years.
Wow, that's incredible. It's some great sounding music, and I want to thank Dina Wood and our friends at Indie Express for getting us in touch, because they're really sending out some great music, and we're a big supporter of them. We always play their artists, so I was real glad that they sent this out to the radio station so we could get this on the air for you tonight. Absolutely. Tell me about the song "What They Call Country." I love this song.
Well, you know, all of us country boys have been frustrated with the way music has turned away from real country, and but you know, it's not sour grapes. It works for them, and that's okay. More power to them. But they just took away the name of country music. I mean, they can call it whatever they want, but they can't call it country.
Amen.
And I just got tired of being frustrated with it, and I come up with that. What they call country is not country. They just stole the name. So, you wouldn't believe the country DJs out there that miss the old style country, and you can only play so much classics. There needs to be some more new country music.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great artists out there that are doing traditional country. We feature a lot of them on our shows, including yourself.
That's true, and I just got tired of not being any place. When I wrote that song of what they call country, that was a couple of years ago when there wasn't as many stations playing the traditional country, but that has picked up pace, and little by little, I think we got a big network now.
And I'm sure that you're probably seeing some younger people that are coming to your club now that enjoy the traditional country music.
Yeah, always have. Always have. There've always been a certain amount of young people that like my music, and I've played traditional country all the time, and I ain't going to quit. I'm going to keep making some music. I'm more enthused about it today than I've ever been.
Well, bless you for that. I think that's wonderful. And you mentioned your club is getting ready to open up here again pretty quick. Tell me a little bit about that.
We had to close up for the March 14th. We had to close up for this virus thing, and we're getting ready to open. We'd been down about 10 weekends. We were getting ready to open again, and right across the road, a 4-lane highway goes right past the nightclub, and right across the road is a hillside. And we got a lot of rain a few weeks ago. And all that rain saturated that bank, and a mudslide came down and covered all 4 lanes.
Oh, man.
And, it's crazy, but the state has been kind of dragging their feet about getting it cleaned up because the state claims they're broke, and they've cut the workers' hours down to 5 hours a day, and they're sure taking their time about getting it cleaned up. But we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're hoping that not this weekend, but the one after, the July 4th weekend, we'll be able to get it cranking again. We're going to have a grand reopening, and ain't nothing can stop us.
Well, good deal. I'm glad to hear that. Well, folks, please check out BobbyMackey.com. And if you're in Kentucky, make sure you stop and see that club. And I'm sure you're going to be doing a lot of dates there yourself, right, Bobby?
Oh, yeah. I'll be there every Friday and Saturday night, and I got a great country band. And I just want to say, Scott, that I appreciate what you're saying about country music, and I appreciate you playing it, and especially playing my music. Thank you very much.
Well, it is an honor, and I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today, and you're welcome on my show anytime. And anytime you got more music, you make sure to get it to me, and I promise you we'll get it on the air.
I certainly will, and I appreciate you very much.
All right. BobbyMackey.com is the website. We're going to play some songs from the I'll Go Down Swingin' album for you right now. And please check out his great music. Go to our Facebook page. We'll have all the links posted there for you. Bobby, thanks again for being on My Kind of Country.
Thank you.
The girl I love don't want me hanging round. All she does is put me on, put me down. Tonight she's with a stranger at a party in her home, and I'm here in Wilder, Kentucky, getting stoned. And if I gotta go, I'll go down swinging, where there's lights and laughter, booze and blondes, lots of sad, sad singing. I'll sober up tomorrow and cry all day, I know, but at least I'll go down swinging. What a swinging way to go. to all the girls by the wine. Drink till I'm down to my last dime. She thinks she's made a fool of me by loving someone else. She should see me make a fool out of myself. And if I gotta go, I'll go down swinging, where there's lights and laughter, booze and blondes, lots of sad, sad singing. I'll sober up tomorrow and cry all day, I know, but at least I'll go down swinging. What a swinging way to go. At least I'll go down swinging. What a swinging way to go. The Merle Haggard blues today. I write songs when I feel this way. I grab my guitar and I play. I got the Merle Haggard blues today. He grew up in a boxcar in Oildale by the railroad track. His daddy died when he was 8 years old. Had a hard time with that. His mama did the best she could, but he stayed out on the run. They locked him away in San Quentin before he was 21. I got the Merle Haggard blues today. I write songs when I feel this way. Grab my guitar and I play. I got the Merle Haggard blues today. Country music was his passion. He joined the prison band to sing and play. When Johnny Cash sang at the joint, it changed his life that day. That was his inspiration to be the legend he became. He wrote them songs, sang those hits, and they put him in the Hall of Fame. I got the Merle Haggard blues today. I write songs when I feel this way. I grab my guitar and I play. I got the Merle Haggard blues today. I grab my guitar and I play. I got the Merle Haggard blues today. He stopped loving her today. The blues became bad news. Things have gone to pieces. Who'll sing the races on? Who's gonna fill his shoes now that Jones boy is gone? I remember oh so well the boy with the crew cut hair singing about white lightning, and she thinks I still care. Don't stop the music, let it play one more song. We got an aching, breaking heart now that Jones boy is gone. Now that Jones boy is gone, who's gonna fill his shoes? He stopped loving her today. The blues became bad news. Things have gone to pieces. Who'll sing the races on? Who's gonna fill his shoes now that Jones boy is gone? I always love to hear old George and Tammy sing about a two-story house and a golden wedding ring. Life is filled with choices, they couldn't quite hold on. She said, take me to your world, and he was a no-show Jones. Now that Jones boy is gone, who's gonna fill his shoes? He stopped loving her today. The blues became bad news. Things have gone to pieces. Who'll sing the races on? Who's gonna fill his shoes now that Jones boy is gone? Hey, who's gonna fill his shoes now that old Possum's gone? Music is alive and well, and wilder still today. The way it was is the way it is. We still do it the same way. There's a place for all kinds of music, and I respect it all the same. But what they call country is not country. They just stole the name. In Haggard and Jones' tradition, their music will live on. But if they were starting out today, it would be a different song. Lots of would-be country singers make their music fit the game. But what they call country is not country. They just stole the name. I know things are always changing, and time keeps moving on. But what happened to emotion? There's no heart and soul in a song. Lord, I love to hear the classics, and it's a crying shame. What they call country is not country. They just stole the name. I know things are always changing, and time keeps moving on. But what happened to emotion? There's no heart and soul in a song. I still love to hear the classics, but it's a crying shame. What they call country is not country. They just stole the name. they call country is not country. They hide